कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराज्यं ब्रह्मणाम् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिविसीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
Thank you so much. Jai Ganesh. I am Dhara Trivedi. I am here in Luxembourg today. I am a part of Hindu Forum Luxembourg, and today we've gathered with Srimati Rajshree Bramta and Shri Jagdish Bramta. They've come all the way from Switzerland to be with us today, and they did a wonderful workshop yesterday on 5th of November, which was called The Body, the Mind, the Intellect and Beyond workshop. They were the best 3 hours of my life, and I want to explore more possibilities, which is why we are here today having this conversation. To begin with, I would like both of you to introduce yourselves, share your journey and what is the motivation behind what you do and why you do this.
Hi, namaskar to everybody. As you can know from the title of the workshop, Body, Mind and Intellect, let me tell you how it all began a little bit. Essentially, we take workshops which are based on the Indian systems of knowledge. To be more precise, the Vedic and the Sanatana knowledges. When did this journey begin? I think one has to be born with an inclination towards certain subjects, and for me, it definitely was to understand the knowledges that my country, Bharat, offered us. I took every opportunity possible to learn the knowledges that were so freely and so beautifully and so valuable. And that is how my journey began. I would like to ask Jagdish the same question.
Hari Om to one and all. Thank you, Dhara, for taking this interview. And I am husband of Rajshree. That is the first introduction that I would like to give, because since her entry in my life, or our consortium, our partnership, or our marriage, my life has changed. Spirituality was always a bent of mine for me, and I was fortunate to have had learned under direct gurus an array of Bharatiya knowledges. To name a few, by the blessings of our Guru, I have studied the most ancient of Indian martial arts known as Dhanurvidya. I have been a proponent of it for the last 45 years. I was also fortunate to have studied Yoga Vidya, which is popularly known as yoga in the world. And I was also fortunate to have studied Ayurvidya, which is popularly known as Ayurveda. Together, we have also been so fortunate to have culminated this journey of first Hatha Yoga, the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and finally, we felt always a link is missing. And that link got completed when we came in the Sanidhya of Chinmaya Mission, Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda and Swami Vijomayanandaji. We studied under their tutelage and our lives changed. There we studied Vedanta, having the knowledge of Jnana Yoga. This is our journey.
Thank you so much for sharing. So after being a participant in the workshop yesterday, I felt that I would like more people to be invested in gaining more knowledge and seeking further information as to what our Sanatana Dharma consists of. what are the benefits of implementing those small rituals or chanting the mantras or the shlokas which are there in our Vedas, our scriptures, and how we can actually benefit and upgrade ourselves. Um, I would like you to share with us what we covered in the workshop in a few pointers. So, if we have people who missed out the opportunity and if they wish to, participate in the future workshops that we will do next year, what is it that they can look forward to in the upcoming workshops? If you can share a little bit on that, it would be great.
I think before we go ahead with this topic, there is one part I would like to address. It is that why are we doing what we are doing? The reason that we are doing this, what we are doing, is because we are fortunate enough that we have taken our retirements and we would like to do this seva and spread this knowledge. This is the main goal. But why? We as Sanatanis, born or of having roots in India, in Bharata, we must know what are our origins, what are the knowledge systems that we have, and the importance of the goal that the scriptures tell us about life. For every living being, the most important thing, because of which one is called a living being, is life itself. And life is really very important. So what are the tenets of Sanatana Dharma? What is the philosophy of Sanatana Dharma? How should we live our lives? What are the guiding principles? All of this about life, which is so important, has been beautifully explained in our Shastras. And we are so fortunate, and we continuously do naman of these gurus who have simplified the knowledges and given it to us even in today's world. I think I have already now nicely explained why we are doing it. About the workshop, I would like Jagdish to answer.
Sanatana, it's like a large umbrella. And the largest umbrella that you may have seen is the sky. From Anadi to Ananta is Sanatana. From that beginningless time to endless time is Sanatana. So you can only imagine the number of topics and the knowledge available. Naturally, we couldn't have taken all that, and not that we know all of it. The little bit that we have been lucky to have gained from a guru. In that also we took something for this workshop, which was very concise but to the point. What we know, to what we want to know. There is a gulf, there is a gap. So what do we know? We know that we have a body. We know that we have a mind, and we certainly know we have an intellect. If anybody has a doubt, the doubt should be removed. All human beings are born with this. And then we took one Upaveda, Dhanurveda, and we taught few techniques of keeping your body healthy and fit, which I think you will be showing some videos to them also. Then we went slightly further to the mind aspect, where Yoga Vidya was spoken about. Because Yoga Vidya says, Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodha, meaning a person who wants to be a yogi, a person who wants to be happy, has to have his mind in complete control. And then we further moved into the intellect aspect, whereby we came to know what we do and why we do, because of samskaras, because of the neural pathways that are created in our brain as we are growing in this life and from the lives that we have lived so many times before. And we created something new. Did we learn a new beautiful mantra?
Yes.
We learned such a beautiful mantra from Bhagavad Gita, and then the effect of that mantra was also explained, that you would become a person with the three great values: Maitri, Karuna, and Mudita. However, the details of this was yesterday, and we are praying, we are hoping that in future we take these kind of workshops and with many different topics, specific topics, so that those people who are inclined towards knowing them, they would join us. The key factor over here is that Sanatana Dharma is the most liberal kind of dharma. You may put the word religion to it. Hindu, the way of life of Hindu, is the most liberal way, where it does not force anybody to do anything. It gives you total choice. You choose and lead the way. Why? Because all the roads reach to Him. This is Sanatana Dharma.
Thank you for the beautiful explanation. I think I am also a representative of Sanatana Dharma. I am a Hindu myself, and I am religious, and I like to do my prayers every day. So Auntie very beautifully mentioned why Sanatana Dharma. If Uncle, I can ask you, why do we have a greater need of spreading this awareness in this era? What are a few words that you can share with us on that?
Definitely. In very short, I will try to express my feelings. From time immemorial, means from the time started, we all beings, whether it be human beings or other beings, we only want peace and permanency in life. Don't you think that everybody wants permanent job? Why do we want a permanent wife? Mostly everybody wants permanent husband and wife. Permanent house, permanent job. Why? Because there is something in us which tells us that only when I get something permanent, that I'll be happy. Permanently. Truly keep hand on your heart, even the listeners, and ask yourselves, how happy are you? Even with your permanent jobs, even if your permanent lives, and even in your permanent everything. Today, it has become even more difficult to live in this world because of the situation in the world is such that those people, Sanatanis, who have this concept of having everyone as the same. As my wife said, what is the most important thing of living? Life. So is the heart that beats in you and beats in me is different? It is the same pulsating life in all of us. Then how are we different? We are the same. And that life principle, if removed from us, can anything be done with these bodies? And this same life principle is in and through everything in this universe. In Sanatana Dharma, we call it Isvara. In other religions, they call them God or by any word. Where is the difference? Then why are we fighting? We are fighting today because we don't know our own culture. We cannot understand our own culture, so we think it's better not to understand. If I may put it in this way, there is darkness in this room, fully dark, which nobody can see. I can't see my own hand. How will the darkness go away? Just by a light. So just as the antidote for darkness is light, the antidote for ignorance is wisdom. And wisdom is knowledge. And if you run away from knowing your own culture, how will you ever remove the darkness of your life? Therefore, Gurudev has said, the Shastras have said, that all dharma, sarva dharma parityajya, mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tva sarva papebhyah, moksha ishyami ma suchaha. Meaning, you leave everything behind and just focus on the self, because that is where I am. I'm not sitting somewhere in the seventh heaven, I'm within you. If you seek me, I will be there to take care of everything. This is Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you so much for the valuable information that you have shared with us today, and I'm sure a lot of people will be keen to participate and get involved in inquiry as to what more there is to seek in terms of knowledge when it comes to Sanatana Dharma. As a request to end, before we end this video, can we end it with a prayer?
Of course. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om to one and all.
Hari.
Thank you, Dhara.
Thank you.